Okay, so let's get started with the sample paper questions, bache. Few of the questions are already discussed in the class, okay? So it can be the reason that you may be familiar with these kind of questions already, okay? So the simple rule is there. You can raise your hands. We will discuss questions one by one. Okay, so let's start with the first question. Very first question on your screens. So the first question is, what do you understand by motion of an object? So motion of an object. Narinder, please continue with it. Please turn on the mic and speak up.
Yes, ma'am. The motion of an object means that if an object
But you are not audible.
am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, yes, now you are audible. Okay, again, I guess some server glitch is there. Okay.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, Betty. Yes. Now it is audible. Can you please repeat it once again?
Ma'am, am I audible now?
Yes, now you are audible. Okay. Again, the same problem. No worries. No worries. Anshika, can you give this answer, please? Anshika, can you please turn on the mic? Anshika, am I audible to you, Vita? Hridaya? Hridaya, can you hear me?
I'm audible, ma'am?
Yes, you are audible.
So like when Narendra was also speaking, I wasn't able to hear anyone. Ma'am,
It is just a kind of server glitch, Betty. Just wait for a second.
yes.
Yes, now you can speak up.
The object changes its position according to the time.
Okay, so that means whenever a body changes its position with the passage of time, we can't control time obviously. So in that particular case, if such kind of situation is there, if the person is changing, the body is changing its position, then we call it as the motion. Okay, na? So can you please tell me what is reference point? Please raise your hands. Please raise your hands. Mankirat, can you please answer? Mankirat?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
A reference point is a fixed point, which is to which the given object changes its position.
Okay, okay. Any other answer? Vansh, you want to add up something?
Yes, ma'am. A reference point is the point from which the object changes its position.
With respect to which you means to say,
With,
Hana?
with respect to time. With
Okay,
respect to time
okay.
and position.
Shrey, over to you, Vita. Shrey,
Ma'am, I have the same answer
can
of
you
this
please
question.
repeat it? Can you please repeat it?
A fixed point with respect to which an object changes its position. Without
Okay.
a reference point, there is no meaning of motion.
Okay, okay, very, very well done. So what is basically this reference point? Maybe you have observed
may
this
I?
thing. Yes, yes, sure. Please continue.
Ma'am, a reference point is the fixed point that is considered in Earth in a line, surface, and space, so that motion can be described easily by locating the position of that object.
Very, very well done, Narinder. Exactly the correct answer. You all have given the correct answer. Just remember one thing in your mind. Suppose maybe you have seen this thing in your sports day function. So one line is usually drawn on a ground in case of 400 or 200-meter race. Maybe you have seen that thing. Okay, na? So with respect to that particular line, we can consider that who is the first one, who is the second one to cross that line. So that means with respect to that particular line, we measure each and everything. We consider each and everything. Now suppose एक ऐसा point है जिसके across अगर कोई body अपना position change कर रहा है, तो we will say it like this: that yes, the body is moving. अगर उस पॉइंट के कंपैरेटिवली बॉडी का डिस्टेंस चेंज नहीं हो रहा, पोजीशन चेंज नहीं हो रहा, सो वी विल कॉल इट एज the reference point. So obviously we will call that the body is at rest. वो point का जो name होता है, that is called as reference point. Okay, now the third question is it possible that the train in which you are sitting appears to move while it is at rest? Kashish, over to you, beta. Kashish?
Yes, it is possible. Yes, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Yes, it is possible that the train in which we are sitting, if it is rest, even we are sitting in it, the surrounding medium appears to be moving. If the train which is parallel to the train that is at rest is moving, or the other buses or any other vehicle is moving, then we appear to be moved by, even if we are at rest.
Very good, very good. So can you say this thing in a single line that obviously motion and rest are dash to each other? Can you just fill up this blank? Motion and anybody?
May I?
Yes,
Yes.
please.
May I?
They are the relative.
Exactly. Very good, very good. So the correct answer is that obviously we know that motion and rest are relative terms. Okay, na? So for that case, obviously the thing which is at rest for somebody, it can be in motion for somebody else. Okay, na? So next is distance. 3-word statement. Please explain 3 words only. Only 3 words. Pratham, please continue. Yes, Pratham, please continue, beta.
Ma'am, may I?
Yes, sure. Please continue, beta.
Actual path traveled by a body.
Exactly. So it is the length of actual path traveled that is called as distance. So next is distance a scalar or a vector quantity? Scalar or a vector? Sakshi Makkad?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, distance is a scalar quantity.
Why?
Ma'am, because it depends upon magnitude and no direction.
Okay, so it depends only upon the magnitude. So that's why it is a scalar quantity. Now the next question is displacement. 3-word statement only. 3-word statement. Okay, Shikha, 9th blue. What is displacement?
Ma'am, may I?
Shikha, just wait for a second. Yes, Shikha, please continue with it.
Shortest path traveled.
Okay, very, very good. It is the shortest path travel. Okay. Now the next one is displacement a scalar or a vector quantity? Scalar or a vector? Salil. Please
Yes,
continue
ma'am.
with it. Yes.
Displacement is a vector quantity because it depends on both magnitude and direction.
Very good, very good. So it depends upon both magnitude and direction. Now the next question is, under what condition is the distance and the magnitude of displacement are equal? That you already know. Okay, na? So please raise your hands. Okay, Khushi.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, distance and magnitude as it is equal to if a path is on a straight point from one point to another.
So that means if a body is traveling across a straight line, straight path the body is covering. So in that particular case, obviously distance and displacement will be equal. ये आपको MCQs में हमने question discuss करवाया है. Now the next question is, a particle is moving in a circle of diameter 5 meter. Particle is moving in a circle of diameter 5 meter. What is the displacement when it completes 1.5 revolutions? 1.5 revolution. Please focus on this particular thing. Very good, very good. Just raise your hands. Raise your hands. Parneet, please continue.
10 meter.
How much? Can you please repeat it?
10 meter. The displacement will be 10 meter.
10 meter. How you have given this answer, bache?
And because after completing 1.5 round, the object will come on the opposite direction of the diameter.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
May
Now,
I?
yes. Yes.
May-
Ishita.
5 meter.
Okay.
5 meter.
Very good, Kashish. Can you please explain this reason?
Yes,
Why
ma'am.
5 meter?
Because diameter is 5 meter and displacement is the shortest path traveled, and we have to calculate for 1.5 revolution, and it will be the semicircle, and for that the displacement will be the diameter only, which is 5 meter.
Very, very good. Very well done. Just focus here, bacha. Please focus. Suppose I am starting from this particular point and the body is starting from point A. The body has covered a full-fledged circular path and again it is at position A only. So this was one revolution. Clear enough? So this was one revolution. So what will be the displacement till here? 0.
0.
Okay,
0.
so for one particular circle, it will be equal to 0. Now let us assume that I am just changing the color of my pen. Now suppose the body has now covered half revolution more. So that means the body is here now. Okay, na? You can take any type of half semicircle. You can take this one. You can take right hand side one. You can take the upper one. You can take the lower one, depending upon कि आप कहाँ से शुरू कर रहे हो. ठीक है ना? तो मैं यहाँ से शुरू कर रही थी. I was starting from here only. So obviously I have covered this semicircle like this. So suppose ये मेरा semicircle है. तो semicircle में the shortest distance is obviously the diameter. और diameter same रहेगा हर जगह से. It will not be the case कि it will be on the opposite side बेटा. तो ये 10 meters बन जाएगा. Obviously it will be 5 meter only. ठीक है ना? You can measure this diameter from any particular region. ठीक है ना? यहाँ से भी ऐसे भी measure कर सकते हो. तो it will be same only. ठीक है ना? So obviously one revolution के लिए it will be 0 and for 1.5 revolution it will be 5 meters. Okay, so I guess the answer is clear to everyone. Okay, now the next one is, what do you mean by term uniform motion? Very good. Uniform motion. Himanshi. Himanshi, please continue.
The body moving in uniform speed.
Okay, Sachit.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, what is
Uniform
uniform? Yes.
A body will be considered in will be found in uniform motion if it travels equal distances in equal intervals of time.
Can you please give one example related to this?
Yes, ma'am. Like a car is moving on a straight path in which there is no obstruction.
Okay.
And it is moving continuously for 10 seconds and
Okay.
it has a constant speed of say 20 km/h.
Okay. So that means obviously if we consider the situation, if a body is moving with a constant speed, that means the body has covered equal distance in equal interval of time. That will be the case of uniform motion. Very, very well done. Any other example anybody wants to give? Ishita, you want to continue with the example? Ishita?
Ma'am. Same example.
Okay. Rabnoor? Rabnoor, you want to continue with one more example?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, just
Ma'am,
imagine
may I?
one situation. Yes, yes. Anybody else? Yes, Narinder. Please continue with that.
Ma'am, if an object travels on a straight road and for the first 10 seconds it has a speed of 20 km, and for the next after taking a break of 2 seconds, then again the next 10 seconds it has a speed of 20 km/h.
Okay, that means it is approximately the same case, just you have added one gap in between. ठीक है ना? Have you? Okay, okay. I will give you. Very, very well done, Narinder.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Ma'am, we can
Yes,
also
Vijay.
take example of like Earth moving around the sun.
Very good. Okay, very, very well done. Anybody else?
Ma'am, object
Yes.
moving with a speed. Ma'am, first 10
That
seconds, it is
example we
in
have discussed,
10
bacha. That example
Ma'am,
once we
in
have
first
discussed.
10 seconds.
Ma'am, excuse me, ma'am.
Yes,
Can we take an example of clock? Moving hands of
exactly.
clock.
Exactly. That was the example, beta. That was the main example. Have you seen clock moving? That is a kind of uniform motion because it covers equal distance in equal intervals of time. ठीक है ना? So that is the case of uniform motion. Just make it ready. Just make 2 examples ready with you that obviously whenever you are dealing with the definition, you can mention 2 examples along with it. One example is obviously the example that you have given, the case of a body moving on a straight road with a constant speed, and second one you can give the motion of a wall clock. That is also an example of uniform motion. So I hope the example is clear to everyone. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Now the next question is non-uniform. Non-uniform along with example. Very good, very good. Okay, so Kashika Sharma, please continue with it.
Yes, ma'am. When an object does not covers equal distance in equal intervals of time, then the object is said to be moving with non-uniform motion. For example, motion of a vehicle. For example, if a car covers 10 meters in first 2 seconds and 15 meters in next 2 seconds.
Very good, very good. Yes, it is correct. Anybody else wants to add on?
Ma'am, may I?
Yes, please continue.
May I?
Ma'am,
Yes,
a train moving from its zero velocity from station to motion.
Okay, very good, Pratham. Anybody else?
Ma'am, may I?
Yes.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Just wait for a second, one by one, please. Yes, please
Yes.
continue.
A vehicle moving on a crowded road.
Exactly, that is the example that we have discussed many times in the class, beta. Suppose you are moving in a market, then obviously you are following that particular motion, which is not a fixed one. You are not covering equal distance in equal interval of time, and obviously you may be having unequal distances in equal interval of time or equal distances in unequal interval of time. So that is obviously the
Excuse me,
case
ma'am.
of, yes, please.
Ma'am, oscillation of a pendulum comes under non-uniform motion.
It is uniform motion. It is uniform motion. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am, the
Yes.
movement of an ant is also non-uniform motion.
Exactly. Very good. Very, very good. The movement of an ant is also an example of non-uniform. A person jogging in a park. Okay. The train moving between 2 stations. That is also the example of non-uniform motion. You can add on any type of example, but every time it should not be the simple one. Okay, na? Just try to add something different. For example, here. Yes. Please.
The movement of a a movement of a fan comes under uniform or non-uniform motion.
Uniform. It is uniform. Okay.
Movement of
Excuse
a
me,
fly,
ma'am.
house fly.
Just one by one, please. Yes, please. Yes, Hridaya, please continue.
Ma'am, I had a doubt that that in time, like if we define non-uniform motion, we say unequal distances in equal intervals of time. So, ma'am, in what case can it become unequal intervals of time, not equal?
Yes, you can. Just the thing is, one thing should be fixed and another should be varying. ठीक है ना? It should be changing with the passage of time. So obviously, if you are considering that the time is constant, fixed intervals you are taking, then obviously the distance may be different. And if you are taking the distance to be fixed one, it is not changing. Then obviously the time period must be changing one. ठीक है ना? So it is the
Yes, ma'am.
case कि दोनों में से one thing should be different one. It should be variable one. ठीक है ना? So that thing you can add on. I hope it is clear. Chaliye, let's move on to the next one. Yes, please.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, you said that pendulum comes under uniform motion. Ma'am, but
Yes.
speed pendulum start reducing after some time.
So that is a kind of damped oscillation. ठीक है ना? That is different concept, beta. Here we are dealing with the situation in which the distance is equal distance in equal interval of time. If we consider that the damped oscillation is not there, abhi aapko uska concept nahi pata hai, theek hai na? So in the starting we are considering, that's why we don't consider the case of pendulum as such. We consider the case of the needles which are there in the clock. theek hai na? So if we consider a case of pendulum, it is a type of oscillation. So obviously oscillation will be damped one after some time. ठीक है ना? So that will not be like that only because we are having different things with us. Inertia is there and obviously friction is there. And obviously after some time the motion will be interrupted one. ठीक है ना? In the first case, what we have discussed, if continuous motion is there and that motion is having equal distance in equal interval of time, that is the case of uniform motion. Okay, we are considering that situation only. I hope it is clear.
Thank you, ma'am. Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
now the next one is, what is the shape of path of a body when it is in uniform motion? So what kind of graph do we obtain in uniform motion? Please just wait, I will ask one by one. Okay, Shrey, please continue.
The object moves in a straight line.
So the graph will be a straight line graph. Very well done. Next is, define the term speed and its SI unit, please. Shikha. Shikha, please continue, beta. Sirjan, can you give me the answer? Sirjan, what is the definition for speed and what are the SI units?
Ma'am, may I please?
Yes, Anshika, please continue.
The rate of change of distance of an object is called its speed, and SI units for speed are meter per second.
Okay, very good. So the distance traveled per unit time is called as speed. So see here, these questions are basically the CBSE sample paper questions. ठीक है ना? So is speed a scalar or a vector quantity? Tanishka? Tanishka?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Speed is a scalar quantity because it has only magnitude.
Okay, so that means it only depends upon the magnitude and it does not depend upon the direction. So uniform speed and average speed, please. What is the meaning of uniform speed? Anybody? Please raise your hands. Khushpreet. Khushpreet. Khushpreet, please continue, beta. Ravnoor. Ravnoor, please continue. Uniform speed.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, it is the concept that when equal distance is covered in equal intervals of time, then it is said to be the uniform speed.
Okay, so at that particular time, the speed is said to be uniform one. Now the next one was average speed. What is the formula for average speed? Just give me the formula, please. Sachit.
Total distance.
Yes.
Total distance covered upon total time.
Very good. Very good. So can you please tell me what is uniform velocity? Uniform velocity. Sakshi.
Yes, ma'am. When an object covers equal displacement in equal interval of time, then the object is said to be moving in uniform velocity.
Very good. So what is the formula for average velocity, Sahib? Sahib, what is the formula for average velocity, beta?
Ma'am, the formula for average velocity is total displacement over total time.
Very good. Very, very well done. So in case we are dealing with normal formula for average velocity, then obviously it is the total displacement by total time taken. But one more question is there. Just have a look here. See here, this question number 25th. An object starts with initial velocity u and attains final velocity v. So that means two types of velocities are already provided to you. Okay. So that means मेरे पास total displacement जो होगा that will be because of these two velocities. ठीक है ना? So suppose if displacement is not given to me in the question and velocities are given to me in the question, then obviously a slight change will be there in the formula. Two types of formulae are there. One is total displacement over total time taken. लेकिन यहाँ पे average speed has been mentioned, but basically it is average velocity. ठीक है? So average velocity का एक और formula आ जाता है, that is u plus v divided by 2. That is the average of these two velocities, that is u and v. So this will be the another formula that is also there in your NCERT book. ठीक है? So whenever basically normal formula is total displacement over total time taken, but in case अगर मेरे पास initial और final velocities given हैं, तो in that particular case I will use u plus v divided by 2. I hope it is clear to everyone. Okay, let's move on to the next question, please. A physical quantity measured is minus 10 meter per second. Is it a speed or velocity? Himanshi, what is the answer?
It is a velocity.
Okay, how you have judged this answer? How it is a velocity?
Because velocity can be positive or negative both.
Very good, very good. So one more question is there. What is the numerical ratio of average velocity to average speed of an object when it is moving along a straight path? When it is moving along a straight path. So what is the value here? Okay, let me just ask Hridaya. Hridaya, please continue with it.
Yes, ma'am. The usual value of average velocity to average speed is either less than 1 or equal to 1. And in this case, when it is moving along the straight path, they both are equal to each other. Therefore, the ratio is 1.
Very good. Very, very well done. So obviously the correct answer. Now this question can be in the form of distance and displacement also. We have discussed number of times कि किस situation में distance and displacement can be equal. ठीक है ना? So वो directly नहीं पूछेंगे, वो ये situation दे देंगे and they will ask that what will be the numerical ratio of distance to displacement if the body is moving in a straight path. So obviously you have to answer that it will be equal to 1. The situation will be same. Okay. Now the next one is based on acceleration. So the last question is this one. I hope you know that what is acceleration. Acceleration is rate of change of velocity. Okay. And the SI unit is meter per second square. Okay. Now this question is something different one. So why does a second square occur in the unit of acceleration? Why does this second square occur? Sahib, can you please answer this question? Sahib?
Ma'am, please repeat the question.
Why second square is there in the SI unit of acceleration?
Because acceleration is change in velocity over time.
Very good.
Which is change in displacement over time.
Very, very well done. So that means in this particular case, now please listen to me very, very carefully. This will be the last question. The thing is, यहाँ पे second square इसलिए आ रहा है because we have to show this thing. Okay? Only theory is not required here. We have to prove this thing, that is acceleration is equal to change in velocity over time, and that is equal to change in displacement over time square. You can also write it like this, that is meter per second divided by second. So it will be obviously meter per second square. So I hope the situation is clear to everyone. Okay. So that was all from my side today. Thank you so much. Thanks for participating. God bless you. You can start leaving the meeting. Take care. Thank you.